Alright, we back. This time, bringing a quick little joint I did with Bam Rodriguez, just trying to get a little spotlight on him. He was on the Boots card, had a nice knockout, did his thing. Basically, how you want to use him here. He's a swarmer pressure fighter that does counter well, sting like a bee, reckless finisher. And then he has tireless and punches and bunches. So just use combinations to get your point across. Let's go to the fight. All right, so back in the fight, good mirror match. Two great fighters were added to the division, but Bam is a good, good fighter. Like you finish people with Bam. So I mean, I get why you still running the mirror matches. But yeah, man.
This bout is
Uh,
scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing.
Point being,
In the red
when you get
corner,
on this
from San
game,
Antonio,
if you
Texas,
see Bam,
introducing the
stick
two-division
to what you
champion of the
know.
world,
And
Jesse
honestly,
Bam Ro-
what you know is use combinations smartly, especially early on. Bring your damage, and don't be afraid to counter. Now, honestly, this game, because I'm on the right, I'm in the blue. So, this game, I was really focused on. All right, let me get my distance because I was really just excited that we could play bantamweight online now. So I was like, why not? Why not get some bam in? And the point was to show more so the difference in distance because you're smaller now. Like I played a lot of heavyweight, a lot of middleweight, and even welterweight, and then occasionally I come down to lightweight, just to just to kind of get more comfortable with pressuring in smaller weight classes with like Julio Caesar and stuff like that, and then using my range in the lower weight classes with like Bud. But here, I was like, let me see if I can actually make my skill work with the smaller guys, and I couldn't really find my range. Like you see him, he's tagging me up, working his punches and bunches, activating all the things he has to activate, working my body. Uh, I will say I was when I started playing this, I was playing another game, and I came over, and normally when I come right over, I lock in, and when I lock in, the controls just flip in my mind, like I'm good. But this time, I was I was forgetting the block low, like I wasn't paying attention to L1. It was causing stuff like that. I'm not blocking low, and he just counters right over top, and I'm like, man, this is about to get dark, isn't it? So I say that to say, normally what I do in games, this one I was a little too confident, and I came right over, and it cost me, and I got knocked down in the first round. Now it's a 10-8. Whenever you jump onto a game, if you're playing multiple games, whether it's like sports, and then you jump to like an Elden Ring, and then you jump back, go into practice. Go into practice for like 5 minutes, and just readjust yourself to controls. That's really what I like to do. I do it on UFC. I do that on UFC, especially when I would take breaks from that game, because that game would be broken because that's changed stuff and wouldn't say anything. Uh, Same thing here. Sometimes things change and you just need to readjust. So right now, my main thing was let me pay attention to blocking my body, and I still was struggling. I was trying to remember. I was doing a thing where I tried to punch to the body and I wouldn't tap L1, and it cost me. And then I'm just guessing now because I feel like I'm getting overwhelmed. And I say that to say, when you feel like you're getting overwhelmed, take a step back and just look at what your opponent's doing. See, now I'm like, okay, he's winging round strikes with the occasional straight strike. So I said, let me just look at that, try and start pulling a little bit more, and I've taken so much damage that it's just like, oh man, every time Bam gets up, and then when you get hurt, he has reckless finisher. So when you get hurt, he's dealing, I believe, 40% extra damage to get you out of there, and that was like. it's a nightmare. So when you get hurt by them, or you're playing a good one and they know how to place their shots, it feels like you can't get away. So I'm over here like, well, now I'm down 2 rounds and I'm getting hurt like every like third exchange, and I'm like, so I gotta lock in. I'm like, I gotta find a way to start countering to the body. And honestly, that's normally the path for the victory on this game. If you can work the body well, especially with people like a Bam, a Canelo, a Terrence Crawford, a Tyson Fury, if you can work the body well and you get to a point where you can just place your shots where you want them to go, it, it's gonna lead to a spiral from them defensively. Now, at this point, I'm realizing, okay, I'm down 2 10-8 rounds, and this is only an 8 round fight. So even if I get a few 10-9s, I gotta basically knock him down. I gotta knock him down to even this up. So my thought process is work the body, look for counters. He's he's winging round strikes, and he's throwing power punches. Like he's throwing more power punches than me. So if I can just get to a shot where he whiffs maybe once or twice, and then I can place a power, a power or non-power like lead hook on his body. I said that should like really hurt him, because normally the way to think about it is, if you've ever missed a little bit and then got hit with a power shot to the body, you know your stamina goes to like damn near zero. And if you're at damn near zero on this game, that means that that means you're susceptible to being like flash dropped, especially when you hit zero. Like drops come out of nowhere on this game. So my goal here was pivot off, get to a place where I'm comfortable that my right hook to the body was gonna land, and that's really the game plan here. Now left hand does hit harder, but I just like the open side. So as you see, I whip it there. I'm looking for him to throw something, and I get it. As soon as he threw one, he hadn't recovered enough stamina. He kept throwing, tapped him on the body, flash KO to the body. So this is just to say, even when you have dark, like bad starts, bad start, y'all just saw that. Straight up, you got 10-8 twice in the first 2 rounds. So you can still work your way out of a hole, but you have to pay attention to your opponent. Paying attention to your opponent is the most important thing. After that, you can make your game plan. You can focus on what you have to do, and then you can find your path to victory. See, a lot of people get on here, they don't find. Look at that, 2016 across the board. But a lot of people get on here, or any sports game, and whether it's 2K, Madden, like UFC, Undisputed, like whether it's any type of those games, they have an opponent, they don't pay attention to what's causing their opponent's success, so they don't know how to stop it. And I say all that to say, on here, work your counter shots, sting like a bee is beautiful, reckless finisher, beautiful, and punches and bunches, it's cool, but just when you work your combos, pay attention to why you're throwing them. Don't throw them for no reason. Thanks for watching. Appreciate the view. I'll see you next video.